Are you as sick of boring chicken salad as I am? Today we're elevating the chicken snack wrap with a unique Manitoba twist. I'm craving something crispy, juicy, and tangy, so let's make a honey dill crispy chicken salad wrap. I'm Chef George Hudson, and when I moved to Winnipeg at the age of 16, I was immediately introduced to a local delicacy, chicken fingers dipped in honey dill sauce. It didn't take long for me to do what I do with all of my favorite foods and put them together in a wrap. If you've ever wondered why restaurant wraps stay together and the homemade ones don't, stick around till the end and I'll break down the technique you need to use to get a perfect wrap every time. The key to success in the kitchen is mise en place. Let's get organized. We've got our canola oil heating up over here, and depending on the size of your pot, pour in 2 to 3 liters of canola oil, set it to medium-high heat, and keep that thermometer nearby. Next, we set up our breading station, and we've got 3 bowls here, one with seasoned flour, one with egg wash, and finally, one with panko breadcrumbs. Now it's time to prep our chicken. So this is a fairly large chicken breast. I'm going to cut this into 9 strips. At Great Taste, we are often asked if chickens are fed hormones and steroids. The simple answer is no. Added hormones and steroids are not allowed in chicken farming. They've been banned since the 1960s. Manitoba chicken farmers follow national on-farm food safety and animal care programs that regulate farming practices. I love having smaller pieces of chicken in my chicken salad. You get more surface area for the breading, which means extra crunch in every bite. So to bread the chicken, we're going to coat each strip in flour. And then we're going to pass each strip through the egg wash. Let excess egg drip off. And then place gently onto that panko breadcrumb. So we want to wash our hands between the egg wash and the panko. You always want to keep your hands dry when breading. Wet hands get messy and they can ruin the integrity of the breading. So once we have our chicken here, we're going to coat it nicely with the panko. So take your time, wash your hands as needed, work each strip individually through the breading, making sure it's nice and dry and coated well. I'm going to let this chicken temper for a few minutes while our oil continues to come up to temperature. If this crispy chicken is going to be the foundation of our leveled up chicken salad, then the honey dill sauce is the flourish that brings it all together. So we're using the classic mayo base and are going to be adding bee-made creamed honey. The honey in this recipe isn't just about adding sweetness. It's what gives honey dill that glossy, clingy texture. Bee-made honey helps coat every crispy bite, and pure honey has natural antimicrobial properties that help keep sauces like this fresh. So you can make a big batch of honey dill sauce and it'll stay fresh for up to a week. Now to this, I'm also going to add some Tabasco, some dried and fresh dill, lots of fresh dill, lemon juice and lemon zest, and of course, salt and pepper. And now, whisk it all together. Some people like a creamier honey dill. Others like it more honey forward. It's really up to you. I like this ratio of honey to mayonnaise because it balances out all the other tangy flavors. Let's give it a taste. Now that tastes like Manitoba. The next layer of flavor in this chicken salad is the addition of plenty of crisp veggies. I've got some diced red onion, some cucumber, some celery, and to that I'm going to add some of my favorite, some diced dill pickles. And that's going to add that nice, zesty, tangy bite right at the end there. Okay. Let's give this all a nice stir and make sure all of our veggies are nice and coated with that sauce. We believe every ingredient tells a story, and thanks to sponsors like Manitoba chicken producers and Bee Made Honey, we get to help tell those stories. Next week, we'll be diving deep into Manitoba's food identity. So tell us in the comments, what foods do you consider Manitoba classics? And if you don't want to miss the discussion, you know what to do. Now, our oil has reached 350 degrees, so it's time to start frying. This temperature will ensure that our breading is crispy and the chicken cooks through. So carefully place each strip into the oil. I'm going to place strips one at a time. You want to give the chicken strips a little bit of movement to ensure they don't stick to the bottom or each other. Okay, so I see lots of lovely golden color and crispy breading, but the only way to truly know when your chicken is done is to use that meat thermometer. So we're going to get one of our strips. I'm going to test that temperature. And we are looking for 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and we've got it. The chicken is done. So we're going to place it onto this paper towel, and right away, we're going to hit it with some salt and pepper. That ensures that we've got seasoning on every stage. Now, once the strips are cool enough to handle, I'll chop them up and get them mixed into the sauce. Okay, now we are ready to wrap. The secret to a good wrap is a warm tortilla. This is the step everybody skips at home, but that's why your wrap falls apart. In a dry pan, I'm going to warm the tortilla until small bubbles appear on the surface. We don't want to leave the tortilla in the pan too long, so just give it a quick flip and then out they come. Now, our tortillas have a bit more ability to stretch, and the warmth unlocks another layer of flavor. And you might also notice I didn't wipe my cutting board after cutting the chicken. Now that warm tortilla goes right on top, and that'll pick up any of those extra crumbs, which I love adding extra crunch. Now with our tortilla on a cutting board, I'll take the crispy chicken salad and we'll put a few spoonfuls right down the center. And top that with your greens. We've got our arugula here, right on top. Now you want to first tuck in the sides. That's going to give you the shape. And then holding those with your middle finger, bring that back part forward. And then with my fingers on the edge here, we're going to pull, pull, pull. And that shows to keep everything tight. Everything comes down to the front of the seam and just roll forward, and boom, there you have it. And with the seam facing down, we're going to slice on a bias, and there you have it. Look at that, juicy, crispy chicken, crisp veg, tangy and sweet. The mixture of the fresh and dry dill adds a lot of depth. It's so delicious and well worth the effort of making the chicken and the sauce from scratch. Okay, let's give this thing a taste. Wow. That is so yummy, so crunchy, so juicy, and all that tanginess cuts through that breaded chicken as well. So delicious. See, no need to settle for bland chicken wraps. I challenge you, the next time you're enjoying your favorite meal, ask yourself, could I put this in a wrap? You might be surprised by the results. More delicious options should be popping up here any second. Whether you're here for the recipes, information, or just some good company in the kitchen, you're in the right place. Cheers.